Hello everybody, Avion Solar here. Today I'm going to be explaining how to conduct a traffic stop as a member of the Los Santos Police Service on Roleplay UK's fiveM server. To do this, we're going to put up a video of a traffic stop I conducted recently on a heavy goods vehicle near the fuel depot. I will pause the video at certain points and explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So without any further ado, let's crack on. Okie dokie, so at the start of the video here, we can see I'm parked up on the junction between Poplar Street and Capitol Boulevard. The reason I parked here is so that I can look at these traffic lights. I'm watching to see if anyone goes through them at red, and if anyone's going through them at excessive speeds. Now, at this point it's worth noting that under UK law, specifically section 162 of the Road Traffic Act 1988, a constable can pull over any vehicle on the roads to do a documents check. This is checking things like driver's license, insurance and MOT. They don't have to have any other reason to pull you over than that you are driving a vehicle on the road and they want to check that you have a driver's license. Under section 163 of the Road Traffic Act, it's a requirement for drivers to pull over if signalled to do so by a constable in uniform. Now, obviously, we're here, we're looking at this traffic light, and I can tell you now, this truck in front of us is going to give us a reason to pull him over. He's going to go through these red lights. So let's have a look and see what I do. So he's gone through the red lights. I pull out of where I'm parked, and I immediately switch on my blue lights. The reason I've switched on my blue lights is because I want to use my legal exemptions. I want to go through these red lights, treating them as giveaways, and I also want to speed to catch up to that vehicle and run ANPR checks, as well as get into a position where it will be safe to pull them over. I haven't activated my sounds yet. The reason I've done this is I will only activate my sounds when I feel it's safe for them to pull over to the side of the road. It's up to me to decide when I do that, and we'll cover that shortly on the steps I use when I'm deciding this. So we can see now, I'm speeding up to them like I said I was going to do, trying to close that distance so I can do the NPR checks. And there we go, there's my NPR check. Notice it's giving me the place of the vehicle, the owner, the model, the colour and any markers. Now, the thing about trucks that you won't encounter with cars is it's actually NPR the trailer, not the truck itself. Trucks can be a bit awkward. You can get them on the NPR camera. It will take several attempts, and you will see me in a couple of months attempting multiple times to get an NPR on that truck. I'm not sure if I'm successful on this occasion. There are occasions where you are successful, but it's something you need to be aware of. If it's a car you're pulling over, you will get the information for the car in the NPR box. So I'm following, he's gone through another red light, still maintaining a distance behind him. He's going to turn right now onto Orchardville Avenue. And there we go, there's my sounds. Why have I activated my sounds now? Because now I want to pull him over. I know from experience this is a long straight bit of road. I can pull him over here safely so that I can be seen a distance behind me. He's not going to be obstructing any junctions and he's not going to be blocking the road to a massive extent. So I've activated my sirens. That's what's happening. He's pulled over to the right, brilliant. Now, just a point there, he's pulled over to the right. Not everyone does that. Some people just stop dead. If they do that, get a megaphone out, shout to them, tell them, pull over to the right hand side of the road. You don't want to be stopping them in the middle of the road. It's dangerous. We can also see I'm just parked up behind him. I'm parking in what's known as the fend off position. So I've got my rear reds activated, I've got my blues activated. The front of my car is pointing into oncoming traffic at about a 30-degree angle. The reason for this is vehicles come behind me. If they're local vehicles, the rear reds and blue lights will stop them. If it's not a local vehicle, they can see a nice big amount of Battenberg on the side of the car. You can see some of the chevrons of the rear, see the lights on top. It's a quite clear indication that I am stationary, I'm not moving. I'm a hazard, the vehicle in front of me is also a hazard. Be careful. It's all about safety, is this? It's about keeping me safe, keeping the vehicle in front safe. So let's see what happens next, shall we? November Uniform, State 7, traffic stop south down Orchardville Avenue, no additionals required. Okay, so I call out the radio. I'm state 7, which means I'm committed, but I'm also deployable. The reason for this is I'm committed on a traffic stop. I'm doing something. However, I can also be deployed to other incidents if a more urgent incident comes up. Someone activates their panic button. Someone needs urgent assistance. There's a firearm incident. I can respond to that. I will break from this and go to that. So I'm committed at the time, but I can be deployed to other things. I let them know where I am. I'm southbound on Orchardville Avenue. Yes, I butchered the name bit. It happens. So I'm southbound Orchardville Avenue. The reason for that is, if someone needs to know where I am, if there's an incident where I am, over off the frequency, I've told them where I am. I don't require any additional units. I've let them know that as well. So in case anyone wanted to make the way, they know I don't require any additional units. If I did require additionals, I'd say, can I have some additional units here? If the person driving was suspected of being wanted, I might get on the radio and go, can I have some additional units here, please? Right, let's keep playing, shall we? Afternoon, mate. Do you mind to step out of the vehicle so I don't have to stand in the middle of the road, please?
Okay.
Thank you. We're quite dangerous standing in the road, that's all. And, I don't want to be hit by a car, ideally. Okay, mate. Okay, so I went up to the driver's side of the car. Good afternoon, good morning, a nice greeting to them. Do you mind to step out of the vehicle and come to the side of the road? Like I said to him, it's for my safety. I don't want to be in the middle of the road. It's dangerous there. The amount of times I've been hit by vehicles when I'm in the middle of the road on a traffic stop. You want to get on the pavement? Ask them, try to convince them, come miss, down the side of the road, it's safe for both of us there. If they won't get out of the vehicle, okay, you go stand on the pavement, talk to them from the passenger side. Don't stand in the middle of the road. So, you're not under arrest at the moment in time, but before I speak to you, I've got to caution you, you do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioning something you later on in court. Anything you do say may gain evidence. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 2 things there. Firstly, notice I stepped back from him. Remember your basic training, reactionary gap. I don't want him to be right next to me. I want some distance between us, just for my safety. I don't know this individual. He might have a knife. He might try to attack me. My safety, I want that gap. I also cautioned him. Why am I cautioning him? I've not arrested him. Well, I told him, you're not under arrest. I'm going to caution you. The reason I'm cautioning him in is because I'm going to ask him questions about supposed offence. I'm going to ask him questions about that red light went through. I'm going to ask him questions about his manner of driving, especially around that corner. I want him to know that anything he says might be used as evidence, and this makes it admissible in court as well. So, I've cautioned him. Okay, mate. Any idea why I want to speak to you today?
I'm assuming it's the driving.
There, I've given him opportunity. Why do you think I want to have a word with him? Give them a chance to complain about it. Give them a chance to own up and see if they understand why they've been pulled over. Yeah, that's the one. Any particular thing about the driving I might be concerned with?
Just razzing it around that corner, pretty much.
Well, let's start. I first spotted you a little bit ago at the junction with Capitol Boulevard. Well, you were on Poplar Street. You ran the red light there, and you were speeding as well. You then ran the second red light just up there when you joined that road, which I believe is Instance Boulevard. And then obviously you took that turn quite fast at speed there as well, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay, I've now explained to him. This is exactly why I want to speak to you. So he knows. There's no doubt in his mind now. These are the reasons why I'm chatting to you today. This is what I think you've done wrong. That way, he can't claim ignorance of it. He knows exactly why I'm chatting with him. Okay, any particular reason you're in such a hurry? Any reason you're in such a hurry? That's his opportunity to give a defence. Why was he doing that? Does he have a lawful exemption? Does he have a lawful reason to do driving like that? This is his opportunity to give a defence, give his side so that I can ascertain, oh, right, he does have a reason to do it. Fair enough, or, okay, no, he doesn't have a reason to do it. It was just driving. like that because he wanted to?
Just simply a time constraint. That's all. So not a massive issue.
All right. So it's not really worked for you, that time constraint, because you wasted more time now that you've been stopped than if you'd have stopped the lights and driven sensibly, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, mate. What's your name, fella?
It's Brett Bernstein.
Okay, Mr. Bernstein. Okay. Now I'm trying to establish who he is. I've not asked him his name yet. Who are you? He's required to provide the certain information. One of the bits of information he's required to provide is his name, because he's been driving the vehicle. So I'm asking him, okay, who are you? He says his name is Brett Bernstein. Right, cracking. What I'm going to do from here is I'm going to try to confirm that he is who he says he is. And does the vehicle belong to you?
It does, yes.
Okay. And do you have your ID today?
No, I don't.
Oh, let's have a look. I'll just have a look at the license plate, see if I can get a better look at it. It's a bit dark, that's all. CJ13 UEA. Okay, Mr. Bernstein. So I'm just looking at your record now. Just because you don't have ID in you, I'm just going to have to ask you a question about what's on your PNC, just to try confirm your identity, okay?
Okey-doke.
Okay, so other than this vehicle, can you tell me no vehicle you own?
A Vigoro ZX.
Okay, and do you have the registration of that?
2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries.
D.
Yep.
DD03 UCY.
Okay, that's brilliant. Okay, I'm now satisfied that this person in front of me is Brett Bernstein. Why am I satisfied that? Well, in Los Santos Police Service, we like to use 3 bits of information to identify someone if we can't use fingerprints. Fingerprints will always be the preferred method. However, I can't do that at the side of the road. So, 3 bits of information. First information, he's given me his name. Right, he says Brett Bernstein. Okay, next question I asked him was, does he have ID cards? That will be a second. He doesn't. Okay, so I can't use that. Okay, does the vehicle belong to you? Yes, it belongs to me. I checked the registration. It does in fact belong to him. That's number 2. Number 3 being, I've asked him for information from his PNC. Okay. Tell me no vehicle you own its registration. What house do you live at? When was the last time you were arrested and sent to prison? When was the last time you were arrested? Things like that. Notice when I'm asking about the PNC stuff, I'm asking for him to give me the information. I'm not giving him the information. If I was to give him the information, that would be a breach of GDPR, so I'm not allowed to do that. But I can ask him to provide me with the information instead. Another thing I could have asked him to do is, what's your phone number? Because I noticed, having that quick glance at the PNC, his phone number's on there, so I could have asked for that. So keep going a bit further, because next thing we're going to have a look at is PNC. Oh, so we can see, I'm looking at his PNC. First thing I'm doing, I'm scrolling down to the bottom. I'm having a look. Right. Unpaid tickets. Does he have any overdue unpaid tickets? If he did, they've been read. So no, they're pending, but not unpaid and overdue. Next, looking licenses. Does he have all the required licenses? So for driving a truck, we need a driver's license and a commercial license. He's got both of those, no points on either. I'm looking. Below this, there'd be convictions if he had convictions. He doesn't have any, so there's no convictions there. Okay, so I'm looking at your record now. You've got nothing. And then scroll up. Look, notes. There's no notes in there. If you've been warned for driving offences before, someone would have put a note in there saying, warned for say, driving offences on the date and the name of the officer who warned them. There's nothing in there. So that's what I'm checking at as I'm looking through this PNC. Driving so far. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to let you off with warning this time, okay, mate? Make sure you watch your speed, stop for those lights and stuff. And obviously, you're in a big, heavy vehicle with flammable stuff inside it. You could kill someone if you have a crash. Or you could kill yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, drive safe, mate. Have a nice day. Okay. Plus, he doesn't have any previous. He doesn't have any warnings. I'm going to let him off the warning this time. I'm going to explain to him the potential consequences of his actions. He's in a truck with fuel in it. It could crash. It could explode. he could kill himself, kill others. It then gets a lot worse for him. Right? So he's got that. And I'm going to go back to the police car. I'm going to get his PNC up again. And in the notes section, I'm going to put a note in there. Warned for careless driving. Chief Inspector Solar, 7th of March 2024. That way, anyone who pulls him over after this knows he's been warned for his driving before, so maybe he shouldn't be given another warning. Right, I'm now going to move over to another incident. Okay, so this traffic stop, another one that occurred on the 7th of March. Watch it. I'm not going to talk over this time, but watch what I do. Watch me putting all the steps I was talking about in the last video into this one. Is there anything I missed, you think? And you'll see in this one, I actually have to take action against the driver. I'm forced to by the circumstances. But like I say, just watch and I'll show you how I do it without the talking over. November 241, State 7 traffic stop westbound Adams Boulevard. Hey mate, how are you?
I'm alright, how are you?
I'm okay. Do you mind stepping out of the vehicle so we can talk on the path? I don't like standing in the middle of the road. Cheers, mate. Okay. So, I'll let you know now that you're not under arrest, but before I can ask you any questions, I'm going to have to caution you. You do not have to say anything, but in my army defence, if you do not mention when questioned something later on in court, anything that you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand that? Okay, any idea who pulled you over today?
Probably just going through a red light.
You went through a few red lights, yes, but also the NPR's come back saying you don't have a commercial licence?
I do have a commercial licence.
What's your name, fella?
And Eldro?
And Eldro, okay. Do you have your ID on you today?
I do not.
Okie dokie. Huh. Pulled you on PC, yeah you do, that's very bizarre. However, you don't have a driver's licence.
But I've still got a commercial licence.
But you're driving a vehicle, so you can't be driving that, mate.
Why? When I've got a commercial licence?
Because it's a vehicle on the roads, mate. You can't be driving vehicles on the roads if you don't have a driver's licence.
Right, I was at court yesterday to get my license back. So I'm just waiting to hear back from that. So and with it saying I was not banned on commercial licensing, I thought I'd be
Okay,
able to...
well, mate, you're a banned driver. So, because of that, the time is 10:44. I'm going to have to place you under arrest for driving whilst disqualified. Place your hands up, please, and put you in cuffs.
No. Come on, man.
I've got it. You drive whilst disqualified.
Well, I'll go and take the truck back.
It's fine. We'll get that sorted. You just take your hands up, please, mate.
It's an auto exotic vehicle. I work at auto exotic. I thought because because I've got a commercial license, I'd be able to drive it.
Mate, is there anything reason to say I do to get you to comply with my instruction to place your hands up so you can place you under arrest?
You're not arresting me. What are you doing, man? Why are you getting aggressive? I'm just standing talking to you.
Well, mate, a moment of time. You are under arrest for driving whilst disqualified. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something they try in court. Anything you do say, Megan, grounds to arrest so that you come back as not having a valid driver's licence and you've been driving this vehicle. Assess arrest if the prompt affect the investigation into the offence. Okay?
My licence is valid as a commercial licence, yeah?
Your driver's licence isn't valid, mate. I'm going to search now in section 32 of PACE. Anything on you that should stick me upon my hand, mate? Is there anything on me that's going to stick me upon my hand?
My phone says I have a commercial license.
But you don't have a driver's license, which you need.
But I've got a commercial license. No, you don't
need both, mate. Yes, you do.
Prove that to me.
Okie dokie. You further arrest possession of blade after a public place. You're still under caution. This is a risk. It's the law, mate.
No, it's not. It's not the law.
It is. You're required to have a valid driver's license on the Road Traffic Act.
Yeah, I've got a commercial license.
Right. Follow me, mate. We'll take you to the police station.
I've got a commercial license.
No.
I've got a commercial license.
Come on.
I've got a commercial license.
You don't have a driver's license.
I've got a commercial license.
You don't have a driver's license, and you're required to have a driver's license.
That's obviously a city issue, then, isn't it? I've got a commercial license.
Right, you're a disqualified driver.
So why aren't I disqualified from driving commercial vehicles?
You are. You're disqualified from driving all mechanically propelled vehicles on the roads.
I'm not though.
You are.
I've got a valid commercial license. It tells you on your phone.
But you don't have your driver's license, which is what's required.
I've got a commercial license.
Okay, so that's near the end of that video now. So let's have a look. One thing to note, look at how long it took before I got behind him, before I actually pulled him over. Reason that was, I was running the ANPR in the car, came back to the license, so I wanted to do a quick check on him before I pulled him over. I then was waiting for somewhere to safe. Trucks and long vehicles, they take A, while to pull over, and B, require a bit of distance. So I wanted to wait for a reasonable stretch of road, which I found Adams up over to pull him over. I ran the plate. I kept, when I had him out of the vehicle, that reactionary gap, which is a good idea because he had a knife on him in the end. I arrested him. I wasn't going to stand there and argue him in the streets about it. I'm going to take him back to the police station and he can argue it there when he's got a solicitor as well. So that's what I did. I arrested him for that. He did actually not have a license. He got a substantial prison sentence and he was 1 day away from getting his license back. Unfortunately, because he's now caught driving, he actually lost that appeal. So he's now going to have to wait longer to get his license back. Now, one thing I will note that I didn't do so well in this situation. The tackle. We have now changed our policies on tackles. If you tackle someone, you've got to wait till you stand up before you put handcuffs on them. You can't tackle them and while you're on the ground or while you're mid-tackle, put handcuffs on. You've got to wait till you stand up. So that's something you need to note. Was there anything else you think I missed there? Anything else I should have done differently? Well, let me know. Have a discussion with me in the comments below about it. Did I miss something? If I did, please say. I hope this video has been useful to you. If it has, please let me know in the comments below like I already said. If there's anything I missed or you would like to see more of, or just got other questions you want to ask about it, let me know. I will do my best to answer you in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching and hope to see you on the street soon. Have a nice day.